So today we're going to focus on basically the muscles we didn't do as much last week, that being the shoulders, the traps. We're going to do also the smaller muscles in the shoulder, the part of the rotator cuff. I'll show you guys how to treat any kind of pain. These light exercises will do wonders if you have shoulder pain. And then we're going to do a little bit of legs and possibly some core if we have time. So we'll start off with some stretches. I'm just going to take the strongest band, the black band. I think for all of you, it's probably also the black band. And we'll just do a light warm up. So let's start with the shoulder since we're going to work those a lot today. We're going to stretch the band above our head. Let me fix this. There we go. I'm going to stretch it out above our heads just like this, and we're going to do a circular motion around our head, just one way right now. Nice and easy. Hopefully you're not feeling any pain from this. If you are, some of these exercises will help. That's for sure. Now let's reverse it other way. One more revolution. All right. Next, we'll warm up our chest and back. Just gonna grab the band right around here, shoulder distance apart. And we're gonna stretch it out. Stretch it out as far as you can, maybe slightly wider than shoulders. You should feel this in your chest and back. Couple more. All right. Now let's do the traps. So we're gonna go above our head, and then we're just gonna stretch it back and forth. Now let's bring it behind our head, 90-degree bend and elbow. And we're gonna just stretch those triceps a little bit and also those traps a little bit more. A couple more. All right, now let's get the back stretched. I'm going to drop the camera down a little bit. So here, I'm just going to stand on the band. I'm going to grab by the ankles and just sit up and back down. Nice and easy. Go until you're about at a 90-degree seated position. Couple more. All right. And lastly, we'll do the obliques a little bit. No band needed for this. We're just going to reach down and come back up. Try to touch the ground on the lateral plane. Do one more to the right side, and we'll switch. Now let's go to the left. Last one. All right. And we're set to begin. So we are going to start with a seated shoulder workout, and we're going to do supersets. So I choose to do supersets just because in a short amount of time, you're going to get the most work out of the muscle. Even though we're doing shoulders for both, they're targeting different parts of the shoulder. So as you'll see, we're going to do a regular seated press first, and then we're going to go right into a lateral raise. So there's two different motions. One's up, another one's to the side. And we're going to switch back and forth for 3 sets. That way we can rest one part of the shoulder while working another one. So what I have here, I have a blue and red band for my shoulder presses. It's a pretty medium resistance. If this is a little heavy for you, I would probably try to just go blue band. So why don't everyone test out your weight. I have this underneath the chair. If you're on a balance ball, obviously you can't put it through the ball, but maybe you can put it underneath the ball, or if that doesn't work, you can just sit on it. If you sit on it, you may not have as much resistance, or you might, depends what you like. So there's a chance you might have to just grip it lower, just like that. So give yourself about 20 seconds. Let's get set up here. So once again, I have blue and red band for shoulder press. And then I have the green band to do the lateral raises with no handles. So make sure you have like a green or a yellow band just laying on the ground by you. And we're gonna get going here momentarily. These are gonna be 45-second sets, like the previous sessions. I have this type of grip, so that way the bands don't rub. If you do this way, you're gonna get a bunch of rubbing behind your arms. So just thumb through the bottom here. All right, and here we go. I'm gonna start the clock, and we're gonna do back-to-back 3 sets of this superset. All right, and begin. Halfway there. If you're hearing cracks in your shoulder, that means there's something going on in your rotator cuff, like I hear in mine. All right, and rest. So I'll show you some good exercises for that if you're feeling or hearing any cracks. So now let's go straight into the lateral. I've got my feet on the band. I have a thumbs down grip, just like this. And we're going into shoulder height and back. I have the green band, so you probably want to use something relatively light here. The thumb down is also working your traps more, this position. That's why I chose this over this or over that. About 15 seconds to go. Two more. And rest. All right. If you need to do any kind of adjustments for either one of those, now's the time to do so. We'll give about 15, 20 seconds between the sets. All right, and here we go, back to the shoulder press. Fifteen seconds. Two more. And rest. All right. And I'm going to grab my green band. I'm going to stand on that. Thumbs down. And here we go. This should be nice and easy, fluid motion. If you're jerking, it means the resistance is a little too hard. Halfway there. Three more. And rest. All right. Quick break, and we're going to go into our last set. Shake those arms out. Should probably be feeling it already. All right, here we go. Last set of shoulder presses and begin. Fifteen seconds to go. Two more. And last one. And rest. All right. And last set of lateral raises. Here we go, and begin. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Two more. One and two. All right. Whew. Burning already. That's what we want. All right. Our next superset is going to combine a shrug, a seated shrug, with a front raise this time. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to take the blue and red handle band and I'm going to put the black band on it, just because for shrugs, you can do a lot more weight with just a shrug. So I would adjust your weight a little bit higher. Once again, the first one can be kind of like a trial set. But what we're gonna do here, there's two variations. Either one is okay to do. You can extend your legs and just shrug. We're not bending, we're just shrugging back. Or if you're in a seated position like this actually works really well. I like doing it this way. I'm just gonna grab at the bottom here and do shrugs, just like this. The resistance is really good. No need for the handles. So why don't you guys give yourselves a few seconds and set up whatever's comfortable. Either way works. And then whatever band you used for your lateral raises, which was a green band for me, you're probably going to want to use that same band when we do our front raises. All we're going to do is go forward this time instead of to the side. So I'm going to keep this handy right in front of me. No handles needed. All right, and here we go. We're going to start with our shrugs.
Greg, may I ask a quick question?
Sure.
On the shoulder shrugs, you're not lifting up and back. You're just pushing back?
No, I'm lifting up towards my ears. I'm trying to touch my shoulders straight up to my ears.
Oh, so like this.
Yeah, yep, straight up.
Oh, thank you.
Good question, because that's going to make a big difference on what you're working. All right. So just straight up, just like that. All right, here we go. 45 seconds. Let's begin. It's a very small move here. Got my arms completely straight. They're locked out. You want to just kind of pinch at the very top. $15 seconds to go. Two more. And rest. All right, and we're gonna go into our front raises. So here, I just have the carabiners on the outside, gripping it like this. And I'm just gonna go forward with it. Make sure it's even, that's for sure. And that's the movement we're doing right here. All right, well, let's begin and go. Ten seconds to go. Two more. All right, and back to the shrugs. And let's begin. So you want to have tension all the way through this movement, even at the very bottom. $15 seconds. Two more. All right, and rest. Front raise time. And begin. Ten seconds to go. Two more. And rest. All right, our last set for this group. Back to the shrugs. All right, and let's begin. Fifteen seconds to go. Two more. And rest. All right, last set here. The front raises. Ready and begin. Halfway there. Two more. And rest. All right. Grab some water, everyone. We are gonna switch over to our low anchors. So if you want to start heading to your anchor, we're gonna start pretty light with the weight. I am gonna start with the green, your three lowest bands, whatever, because I know some people have different sets. For most of us, that's going to be a yellow, a red, and for me, it's a green, but it might be a blue for some others. So I'm going to take the three lowest bands. You can attach those to your handles. Switch the camera view. There's always sunlight directly there at this time. So I apologize if it's too bright. So once again, I'm going to have the green, red, and yellow bands. and give it a test. Make sure this is a good weight first. This might be a little bit more than I wanted. So I'm gonna drop the red band off. So I'm gonna stay with just a green and yellow for this. All right. That's much better. So this is the motion we're gonna wanna do. It's gonna be a reverse fly. Bring the camera in a little bit closer. So for this superset, we're gonna do reverse flies, and I'm gonna grip this a little bit lower. I suggest you do the same because you want tension throughout the move here with this motion. And then we're gonna go for our second set, we're gonna scoot back a little bit, and we're gonna do face pulls. So similar motions, they're really both gonna work our traps pretty hard. All right, well, let's get going here if everybody's ready. Once again, just control your tension by how far you grab the bands. It's easier all the way back here if you want to make it harder. I'm probably going about 6 inches in front of the handles to make it a little bit shorter. So here we go. I'm going to start the clock. And let's begin. So these are reverse flies. My arms are almost straight. It's okay to have a little bend in the elbow. "15 seconds to go. Let's do 2 more. All right, and rest. And then we're gonna go straight into the face pulls. So I'm gonna grab these even lower because I want more tension. And you're pulling towards your face. So this is kind of where your hands are gonna be, right here. Since you can't see me from the side, where I'm going with it. You wanna go just about your face if you can. Just like that. So here we go, 45 seconds, and let's begin. "15 seconds. Two more. And rest. All right. We're only gonna do one more set of these because we've really been working the traps pretty good on those last exercises too. Even though the shoulders were the focus, the traps were working hard too. So we're gonna do one more superset of these, and we're gonna move on. So here we go with the reverse flies again, which is this motion, out. And again, from the front, this is what it would look like. Just like that. All right, ready, and let's begin. 20 seconds. Two more. Ooh, all right. I'm burning. I am burning. All right, and back to face pulls. So I'm going to grip these just slightly lower than what I did for the previous. And we're going straight up to the face. And let's begin. Halfway, a little over halfway. Two more. And rest. All right. Now we're going to switch over, do just two real quick rotator cuff exercises. Like I said, if you were feeling any kind of cracking during some of those, it's probably something going on with the four muscles in your shoulder here. I know my right shoulder constantly cracks, but this kind of helps the pain. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to attach, I'm going to keep the same weight, the green and yellow, and I'm going to attach one handle to all of them. So you should have, it's just one handle. And actually, I'm just going to drop off, we probably don't even need the yellow one. I'm just going to keep the green one on here because you really don't want too much weight on here. So the green is perfect by itself. And basically what we're going to do external and internal rotations. It's going to look, you want tension. I'm going to start with the right, and I'm just doing this motion right here. My elbow is pretty much pinned against my side. You really don't want any movement. And you should feel tension from this position. So you want to have tension just like this, and then bring that out further. And then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to flip around and do the opposite. All right, well, let's wait for my timer. And we're only going to do these for about 30 seconds. So here we go, first set. And let's begin. So nice and easy. About 10 seconds to go. Two more. All right, and rest. And we're gonna do the same one before we switch sides, just so we're not flipping back and forth. All right. A few more seconds break, and we're gonna do the same thing. All right, ready, and begin. Five seconds. All right, and rest. How are we on time? All right, we're only gonna do one set of these next ones. I wanna show you guys if this works for you. I recommend doing some more when we're done or later in the week. I just wanna get to do a little bit of legs today, but the next one is gonna be the opposite. I'm gonna show you with my left. So I just don't wanna face my back to everyone. But now we're just doing this, the internal rotation now. Internal. So that's what it's going to look like. If I want to do it with the right, I would have just turned around and pulled inwards towards the belly button. These are two really good exercises for the rotator cuff. We'll do one set here, 30 seconds, and let's begin. These are moves that should be done at high repetitions. I'm saying 20 to 40 with at least 3 or 4 sets when you do them. And I would encourage doing these almost every day if you do have shoulder issues. I do these for about 15, 20 minutes in the morning. Five seconds. Last one. All right. Now I'm going to put the yellow back on. So I'm going to have the green and the yellow, and I'm also going to have the foot cuff. I'm just going to put one foot cuff on. So it's going to look like this. Just going to be the foot cuff. And we're going to do something might look familiar is going to be the adductor and abductor stretches. So abductor, we're going away. And this is a really good exercise. It works, you know, the hip. This is muscles that aren't trained too much. Also, if you aren't going to be joining us for legs, Monica, please pin Monica's video. She's going to work some arm exercises for those that do not want to or cannot do the leg part. So that's what our first one's going to look like. So I'll give everyone a few seconds. For the weight, this is a pretty decent weight, the yellow and green. You could probably get away with just maybe the green too. Again, you don't want very high resistance on this. But your resistance should start from right about here. So throughout the whole movement, you're working those muscles. All right, well, we're gonna do these for 30 seconds. So ready and begin. Five seconds. All right, now we're gonna go the other way. So I'm just gonna flip myself around and we're going inwards. Just going inward, just like that, nice and easy. All right, ready, and let's begin. 30 seconds. It's easier when you're holding on to something. Or you can just work on your balance on one leg. That way you're activating the core a little bit more. About 10 seconds to go here. Last one. All right. And I'm gonna switch to the left leg. So these are just like those rotator cuff exercises. You really, if you have some hip pain right here on the side, the hip flexors, you wanna do these at low resistance and high reps. So I'm gonna start with the left. And since I'm facing this way, I'm gonna start with the adductor. I'll give you guys about 10 seconds and we'll get going. All right, ready and begin. Just want to cross over to the other side of your leg that's on the ground, standing. Should be very smooth motion. About 5 seconds to go here. 2 more. And rest. Now we're going to spin around. Do the abductor, so going away. All right, ready, and let's begin. Halfway there. Two more. And rest. All right. Well, we got a couple legs in. I have a lot more on my list, which we'll have to save for August. So the goal will be, that's it, by the way, for today. Hopefully you guys got a good workout. Definitely burning up here, shoulders, and wish we could have gotten a little bit more legs in, but we'll do that, like I said, in August.